Rumi once said, "The quieter you become, the more you are able to hear." Let me tell you a tale from long ago. In a land of deserts and stars, there lived a dervish named Harun, who once spoke with such beauty that even nightingales paused to listen. His words were honey to the soul, but one day, as he watched people argue over what he meant, something broke in him. He folded his prayer mat, kissed the earth, and went silent. He journeyed deep into the mountains, to a durga hidden among the clouds, where silence wasn't a vow, it was a way of being. There, Harun tended the garden and listened not to words, but to winds, footsteps, and the breath of the divine between heartbeats. Years passed, and tales of the silent dervish began to spread not for what he said, but for the peace that surrounded him. Far away, in a troubled city, a sultan ruled who had everything gold, scholars, armies, but no peace. His people quarreled over sermons and verses. Each claimed to carry truth, yet no one listened. The Sultan sent his viziers to fetch Harun. "Let the silent one speak," he ordered. "Let him fix what all our speeches could not." Harun was brought before the royal court, carpets of silk, walls of gold, hundreds watching. The Sultan asked, "What is the cure for this chaos?" Harun simply smiled and poured water into 2 cups. One he stirred violently, the water turned murky. The other he left still and clear. Then he spoke, just once. The 5th rule of love says, "Most of the problems of the world stem from linguistic mistakes and simple misunderstandings. Don't ever take words at face value. When you step into the zone of love, language, as we know it, becomes obsolete. That which cannot be put into words can only be grasped through silence." And with that, he placed a rose at the Sultan's feet and walked away. The court was quiet. No one knew what to say. But the Sultan, he wept. For the first time, he understood that truth was not to be argued, but to be felt. He began to listen more, speak less, and sit among his people with open hands and ears. The city slowly changed, not through declarations, but through stillness, presence, and grace. And Harun, he returned to the mountains where rivers spoke louder than tongues, and silence was a sacred friend. Words are a pretext. It is the inner bond that draws one person to another, not words. Rumi